So T'Challa, so a rumor that has come out today, Jerry sent it to me, so he's about to flip out, just letting you guys know now. T'Challa will not be recast until the reboot. Now, you and I are going to disagree, so I'm gonna let you go first.
So I already know what they're going to sell this as, and the argument that you're going to make. This is a great thing because what's going to happen is after Secret Wars, and they need to have a strong, fresh new start, and they introduce a new T'Challa, it's going to be fire. But here's the problem.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Did I nail it?
No.
Okay. So here's the problem. They need strong characters now. They need strong characters now so badly that when they introduced Kang, they thought Ant-Man was the guy on their roster to do it. Okay? And T'Challa is needed going into Secret Wars. I'm sorry. You have to have the scene between T'Challa and Namor and the antimatter device. Or what was it called? Hold on. Antimatter device, Marvel. I think I'm antimatter injection system. Yes, you have to have that scene. So for those of you that don't know or didn't read the Hickman Avengers saga, which is the greatest comic run of all time, this is so the incursions, which I've explained many times on the show, and I have a video on that in itself, which you could check out, and you should. But in an incursion, basically, there are two worlds. So there's two worlds, and basically what happens is when they collide, either both of them explode, or one survives, one explodes. So the whole time in Hickman's Avengers saga, which is the run leading into Secret Wars, what happens is that the Illuminati and Reed Richards build this antimatter injection device. And the antimatter injection device, antimatter injection system, what it does is it explodes the other planet before the incursion occurs. So that way they can protect their Earth. Obviously, you're going to sacrifice the other Earth. But Namor and T'Challa end up having a fight. By the way, spoiler alert, but do you care if I tell you who ends up being the one to pull it?
Go ahead, bro.
It's Namor.
I think you told me this already.
Yeah.
Or so, I think you sent me the panels, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. But regardless, you need to have that storyline leading into this, and you can't have that storyline without Namor and T'Challa. Now, I know if you are out, there's probably very few, but a few of you out there who are thinking, well, you know, I read a lot of comics too, and they did Infinity War without Adam Warlock. That's fine. You know, listen, I love Adam Warlock.
He's not T'Challa.
I want to see more Adam Warlock. Yeah, he's not T'Challa, and he doesn't, you know, the T'Challa Namor rivalry, I would say, is it's tough because the Thanos Warlock one is pretty significant, but I think that it's a bigger deal for the story in terms of the T'Challa and Namor rivalry. I would argue that because I think they're better characters. I'm not saying Thanos isn't a good character. I'm definitely not saying that about Warlock. I love them both, but I think both of them are A, much more popular in Marvel Comics. B, I think they're much more interesting. And, you know, I think Thanos is a great villain. But if you thought Thanos was more important, you'd also be upset that he, you know, really was only in 2 movies and 1 scene. Thanos was a big deal to the MCU, but when you think about it, he didn't actually.
Yeah, Loki was more important.
Yeah, Loki was more important. Thanos wasn't around the MCU for as long. He's just had a very significant event. But the Namor T'Challa rivalry and that fight with the antimatter injection system is iconic, and you have to have it.
So I disagree because I don't think this is true. I just don't see a reality where T'Challa's not in this at all. Um, they're I think they're going to use the multiverse to bring him back. I think it's the perfect. I think it's the perfect scenario to do so. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a new T'Challa in a movie like the Fantastic Four or something like that, to where he might follow them into the MCU. I'm not necessarily sure, but I think they're going to find a way for T'Challa to come to the MCU, and I wouldn't be shocked if they retcon his son. Just
You,
wouldn't be shocked at that.
you know what I think the perfect movie for him to come back in is, but
What?
you have to do it in the end and in
Mm.
a very limited way. I think actually either Brave New World or Thunderbolts, and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
You know, obviously, T'Challa has a relationship with Captain America and also with Sam Wilson. I think it would be cool to bring him in the end. And the reason why I would say only the end is because you can't have him steal the thunder from Sam Wilson. So if you do it in that movie, it has to be in the end. But I also think it would be cool to do it with the Thunderbolts because of Bucky. And, but yeah.
Yeah, I really think they're going to retcon the son, and I think it'll be back, man. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
They need with Captain Marvel flopping so bad, which is one of the people that they were relying on. They need the manpower at the moment.